Your life as the world's most wanted hacker. You're 17. Level 1, the first crack. You're 17. Sitting in your bedroom at 2 a.m. Hoodie on. Curtains closed. One monitor glowing in the dark. You're not doing homework. You're reading a forum you weren't supposed to find. It started 3 months ago. A YouTube rabbit hole. Then Reddit. Then somewhere deeper. Tonight, you run your first script. It's simple. A basic SQL injection on a test site you set up yourself. It works. Your hands are shaking, not from fear, from something else. That feeling, like a door just opened that no one else can see. You don't sleep that night. Level 2, the community. You find them online, a private Discord, invite only. You had to solve a puzzle just to get the link. Most members are anonymous, usernames only. No real names, no photos. You pick yours carefully. They teach you things school never could. Network scanning, enumeration, how systems trust each other, and how to exploit that trust. You practice on old machines, legally, mostly. One night, someone posts a challenge, a vulnerable machine hosted on a private server. You crack it in 4 hours. Someone types, "Who is this kid?" You smile at the screen. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows your age. That's exactly how you want it. Level 3, the first real target. One of the senior members sends you a private message. He says there's a bug bounty program, a company paying researchers to find flaws in their systems. Legal, structured, real money. You spend 2 weeks mapping their infrastructure. You find a vulnerability in their authentication system. You write a clean report, submit it properly. 11 days later, a notification. $800 deposited into your account. You stare at it. $800. For 2 weeks of work you would have done for free. Your parents think you're saving up from a part-time job. You let them think that. Level 4, the line. 6 months in, you've made nearly $9,000 from legitimate bounties. But the forum is changing. Some members have moved to a different channel. Encrypted, harder to access. One night you get an invitation. You hesitate. You know what's on the other side of that link. You click it anyway. The work looks similar. Find a vulnerability, report it. Except there's no company requesting it. Just a target and a number. The number is 4,000. You close the laptop. You open it again. You tell yourself you're just looking. Level 5, gray territory. You don't think of it as hacking anymore. You call it consulting. The targets are always companies, never individuals. You have rules. You find the flaw. You report it to the middleman. Money arrives in crypto. You tell yourself they would have been hacked anyway. At least you didn't destroy anything. Your skills are growing faster than you can track. You're inside systems that Fortune 500 security teams haven't found yet. You start keeping notes, encrypted, backed up in 3 places. Your bedroom is a command center now. New monitor, VPN running 24/7. A dedicated laptop that never touches your home network. You're careful. You're always careful. But careful people still make mistakes. Level 6, the reputation. You don't know how, but word spreads. In certain circles, your username carries weight. You start getting messages from people you've never heard of. One offer comes in at $40,000. You read it 3 times. A financial platform, a specific endpoint. In and out, no data destruction. You spend a week just doing recon. You find the vulnerability on day 3. You sit on it for 4 days. On day 7, you make the call. The money hits within 24 hours. You're 17 years old and you have more money than your parents make in a year. You feel powerful. You also feel something you can't name yet. Level 7, the paranoia begins. You start noticing things. A car that parks on your street 3 days in a row. A slight lag on your connection that wasn't there before. An email to a throwaway account. One you never shared with anyone. That says only, "We know what you're running." You burn that account immediately. You change your setup, new hardware, new methods, but the feeling doesn't leave. You stop sleeping through the night. You start checking your window before you sit down at the desk. The money is real, the risk is realer. You knew this day would come. You just didn't think it would be this soon. Level 8, The mistake. Everyone makes one. Yours happens on a Tuesday. Tired, overconfident, moving too fast. You forget to route through your second proxy layer. It's a 40-second window. 40 seconds where your actual location bleeds through. You don't realize it until 2 days later. When you're reviewing your own logs, your stomach drops. You don't move from your chair for a long time. You run through every scenario. Maybe no one was watching. Maybe the logs were deleted. Maybe you're fine. You know better than to believe maybe. Level 9, the knock. It's 6:14 a.m. You're asleep. The first real sleep in days. Then you hear it. Not a doorbell, not a call. A knock, hard, official. Multiple people outside. You hear your mother's voice downstairs. Confused, scared. You don't move. Your laptop is already encrypted. Everything is compartmentalized. You built it that way. But your hands are shaking. This time not from excitement. The door to your room opens. 2 men in dark jackets. One of them holds up a badge. He looks at you, this kid in a hoodie, barely 17, and he says something you'll remember for the rest of your life. We've been watching you for 8 months. 8 months. Everything you thought was invisible wasn't. Final level, the cost. Here's what they don't show in movies. It's not dramatic, it's slow. Lawyers, hearings, sealed records because you're a minor. Your name stays private, for now. But your life doesn't look the same. The money is gone, traced, flagged, seized. Your parents sit across from you in a room that smells like carpet cleaner and fluorescent lights. Your mother doesn't yell. That's the worst part. She just looks at you. Some of the investigators are almost impressed. They say you had skills they hadn't seen from someone twice your age. One of them tells you, off the record, that you have a choice. Use what you know the right way, or disappear into a system that doesn't care how talented you are. You're 17. You have time to rebuild. But the version of you that sat in that dark room at 2 a.m. feeling invincible, that person is gone. And you're not sure yet if that's a loss or a second chance. Maybe it's both. The screen fades to black. Somewhere, another 17-year-old opens a laptop. The cycle continues.